Everybody, it's your girl Wandeka, originally from Jamaica, and today I wanted to do something a little bit different, and I'll be taking you through my collection of journals. Ever since I was young, I've had a very strange compulsion when it came to paper. I was a very easy person to buy for birthdays and Christmas. Over time, my tastes have been refined. I've learned to modify it. I have a conversation with myself and I say, are you going to buy this journal or are you going to buy the stuff on your grocery list? And if it's not worth it, then I don't do it. But those are what tempt me into spending money that probably I should not spend. Most of the time, it's a very cost-effective obsession. Right now, I have over 100 notebooks slash sketchbooks slash journals, watercolor, acrylic, canvas, books. But I'll take you through some of my favorites. I'll talk to you about some of the things I really, really hate. But anyway, I'll show you some of the ones that I really like and I'm using. I'll tell you the ones that have stayed blank for a while. I've given away some to my students. This semester I just gave them, the composition of books I had, I wasn't really using them, but some other ones that I felt like, I need to give them for their journaling, so I gave them away. And then I promptly went and got more, which wasn't helpful. But anyway, I've joined a lot of groups online who, they revel in their obsession with notebooks. And it's kind of nice to find people who actually like the things that you like and you feel less of a freak. Because I remember when I was in department store, I saw a really cute journal and I didn't intend on buying it, but it was like $2. So I know that it's unusual, to have so many blank books and thinking about the possibility of using them and not necessarily using them, every day. So we'll talk some more about that. The first one I want to show you, I altered with some duct tape on the cover. I thought it was a really great print. And this book really was to keep all my loose sketches, I had from various books that I no longer have. And I had to make sure it was a sewn spine so that it could take all of those added pages. I also like the Moleskine or Moleskine, I'm not sure of the pronunciation, and I love the watercolor versions. I'm not a fan of the ruled pages, even though I have a couple of those. The Strathmore, I have several of these. I have another one in this size and two in the A4 or letter size, and I love how thick the pages are. It's 140-pound watercolor paper, which is great for all my wet in wet techniques. And here I've done a lot of drawings that I come to it from time to time. The watercolor sketches in this, it's a cotton type of paper, and I don't necessarily love what it does to watercolor, but I think I'm gonna keep this around and try it with some acrylic. Here are some other Strathmore watercolors I was telling you about. This one has some masking fluid on already for whenever I go back to it. I like to do that because I do everything in stages, and that's why I have so many going at once. And here is the other one that I plan to do lots of portraits. Right now it has my dad. I haven't finished that one, and myself. So I'm gonna do a lot more with this. Here is another Moleskine where I do, larger work. These I've just done drawings. This one are a couple of pieces. This one is a mixed media paper. It's like a travel book. I took it with me when I went to visit my family in Georgia, and I've done a couple of, sketches from scenes around the house. And, when I came back, there was this great little house on Johnson Street here in Lafayette, things like that. This one is an altered leather book. It used to be a planner, but now it's, one of my first art journals. Well, one that I've started this year, where I've been using a lot of mixed media and experimenting. This was one of the first pages I've done using that technique. And I like to keep lots of printed pages in there so I can go back to it from time to time. And this one was one I started in 2013. So this was when I was doing scrapbooking type of art journaling, collages. And because it has ruled pages on the left, I use it as a prompt book where I'd ask myself a question, write about it, and illustrate it on the right. So not something I would be doing a lot of because I prefer to just draw and paint. And this one is my first diary that I've done completely to the end, which I'm proud of. Normally, my diaries end up in the flames, but I've kept this one, so I'm very happy about that. That was the start of it all. And here is my writing journal where I keep track of all of the progress I've been making with stories, whether I do a workshop. It started from a workshop and then I just kept it going because I'm working on several short stories right now, and sometimes it's frustrating and I need to vent. These are some more diaries, and it's something I got from Barnes & Noble. I think I'll be keeping this for all my daily journaling, day-to-day sort of recounting. This is a regular semicolon notebook. I love the paper. It's a little bit thicker than regular notebooks, regular composition books. It has a little more interest, so I use this to write my drafts. Here's another one. I have a couple more that I use when I'm just writing stories, and I really like this. And this one used to be the Markings polka dot version, hardcover, and I kind of altered it with lots of odds and ends. This is my to-do from 2013 with calendars. I have another book just like that I'm using for this year as well. And my hair journal started from these life journals I found at Barnes & Noble and just altered it to put hair on the cover instead of life. This is volume 2. I have another volume, but I use a different book for that. And it's just a great way for me to keep track of all of my crazy hair escapades. I cut off all my hair, and it's during back now, but this is volume 2, sorry about that. And so I keep track of all of my various styles, especially since I've gone back natural. I've been natural for probably 2 years now, and I've done a lot of crazy experimentation. This is my brag book. It is just a book that had places for you to put your photos, as well as a place for you to write. I haven't written anything here, but I have lots of photos in there that I plan to write. I love this paper blanks journal with a great illustration on the cover, and it has that great strap, and I love the binding on this because it allows me to lay it flat on the table. When it's open flat. I don't have to hold down any pages. It's just a really great journal. I hope to start using it soon. This one I got on eBay, and it came all the way from China, and I tried to use it, but I don't know, I wasn't sure what I was going to do with it. I just really like it. It's so cute and compact. And I just love the Peter Pauper Press books. The paper is so great, it's off-white mostly, and it's not an overwhelming powerful line, and it always has unique features. I just don't know, they're so cute. I just never feel anything is good enough to write in them. This is like handmade paper. It's a leather, faux leather sketchbook with handmade paper, and I really like it. It feels great. It's like soft. The edging is uneven, and I love that. And this one is a canvas book that I got at Michael's. It's so sturdy, and I'm looking forward to making this an art journal because it's very thick, and I'm sure it can hold a lot of heavy media. This I got in a giveaway. It's a monologue sketchbook. The only thing with this is that it doesn't lie flat, unlike the Wisteria Paper Blanks book. But this sketchbook, I think is great. This one I'm not a fan of. It has really thin pages, and I use a lot of felt tip pens, gel pens, and there's usually, you see it on the other side. I hate that. And this one was supposed to be, one of those photo albums that stand upright, and I just transformed it into a journal where I'm going to show a lot of Jamaican scenes. I've only done one so far. I have not gone back to this one. I need to. I've only done one piece in this one as well, which is just like a regular hardcover book, and so I do have a lot that I need to keep updated. I'm not a fan of the super small ones. I thought that I would love the super small ones because I could just put them in my bag and start working, but I always carry them around and I never ever use them. I may give these away. This is like the one we're talking about, the perforated pages. I hate books where you can take it out because I'm going to try and take them out, and I like the pouch in the back, but I just hate books where they tell you can rip them out. This one I got at the museum that I worked at, an art museum here on campus, and I really like the tan pages, but I just haven't gotten around to using them. Yeah, so I got, the thing with me and spiral is that if it's watercolor paper, I'm fine. If it's multimedia paper or mixed media paper, I'm fine. But I hate spiral bound notebooks. For some reason, I just hate them. This one I just got from Hobby Lobby. I'm so excited to use it. I love this size of watercolor books. It's just like the Moleskine notebook. I love these. And I also got one that's like a panorama size. You open it and it's like goes on for days. I'm so excited about these. The paper is not too heavy, but it's really good grade paper. I love the feel of it. I just think I'm definitely going to be using it. And look at that cute little pouch. Or, I'm not sure what, but it's good to have storage in your books, trust me, when you take them on, out into the field. actually have a notebook log. As you see, as I said, I have so many. I keep them track of them. And so whether it's a sketchbook, writing, watercolor, miscellaneous, I have, organized them this way. And I have to put the type, the use, the date I started them, and the date I completed them. The writing ones I've done mostly a lot more work with, and the watercolor ones, but I plan to be using them a lot more, and this is keeping me accountable. Alright folks, there you have it. Thanks so much for stopping by, and make sure that you subscribe to my channel, you thumbs up this video, leave me a comment, share it with your friends, go to my website, check me out on Facebook, you know the drill. All of that will be in the description box. And I'll see you next time. Walk good.